Hey Gemini, Happy New Year. How you doing? I'm your friend Dharma Jane here to do a monthly tarot scope for you for the month of January 2019. Happy New Year. Happy winter, all of that. Happy solstice for those of you like me who celebrate Yule. All right, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcoming cross watchers. Welcoming all new subscribers. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and shares. And if you'd like a private reading for me, check out my website, dharmajane.com. So without further ado, calling in guides, calling in angels, calling in anyone from the highest good that has a message to come forward for Gemini in January 2019. Hold on. There. Fix my reversal status. Gemini. Ooh, I just heard the word regret. So I don't know what that's about. We'll see. Gemini. Stop. Past, present, future. In the recent past for Gemini, we're doing something that we were really into. And I think that it felt right. You know, it felt like it was, yeah, see, we made the decision to do this thing and it felt like the 10 of Cups. It felt like it was the perfect call to our soul. I mean, that's the Buddha, right? And so we just made the decision to just do it. It's just after we did that, then we had this like realization with the Page of Swords that, I mean, maybe it wasn't everything that we wished for, because we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse, please? So we have Judgment. I think maybe they did something that, and that might be where the regret comes from. Yeah, like we made an offer to maybe regret, but also rejection, because here we have the Empress and this cup is dumped out. So this offer was like given, and maybe, and this might be rejection too. Like this was the Judgment that they said no. And here we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And then that leaves us feeling like we didn't get what we wanted. Like our wishing on the star didn't happen. Oh, and there's the Devil. So I just heard the name Katrina. But I also feel like there's like unfinished business somewhere else. What's the Page of Air? Yeah, you didn't move on. There's unfinished business somewhere else. Like I think there was this like idea, like, look, I'm going to do this thing, and here's the. But I just don't feel like it was necessarily practical, because and it wasn't because we're karmically tied to somebody else. I just feel a lot of regret here in the recent past. Yeah, because we had some kind of mystical union. I think, I don't know if like some Geminis at a holiday party had themselves a mystical union or a mystical experience, but something happened. But now I really feel regret. Because coming into the present, yeah, so things get better. Things get better. So let's not fret, because we're not going to put a delay on fixing things anymore. I think that whatever this thing was that came about caused a delay in the relationship that you were having, or in the job that you were having, or in the thing that you were doing. And it was causing a delay because you were like busy in this mystical union. But then we're like, you know what? This cycle isn't over. So I need to bring the sun back out and basically fix it, because it was a betrayal. and it brought about competition, and it brought about gossip, and it brought about things that are not necessarily what we want for people to. It wasn't our best foot forward, basically. So why is the world in reverse then? If this judgment was made up here, then why is we still have this? Because we're not satisfied. Like, we're full of regret, right? There's regret. There's guilt. There is somebody either did Gemini wrong or Gemini did somebody else wrong, because now I feel like we're scrambling. And you have the Hangman in reverse twice, like scrambling. Like, we're doing this now. We're fixing this now. Elsewise, I'm not going to watch my ships come in. I'm going to be single. And I don't think that that is what Gemini wants. Yeah. So, oh my God. So we're starting to see a pattern, at least in all of the air signs. I've done the air signs today. In all of these readings, both the Wheel of Fortune and the World have come out in reverse for everybody. And I think what's happening is that the end of 2018, the universe was trying to split up karmic partners, people who weren't meant for us. We were trying to split them up. And after, you know, the nostalgia of Christmas leaves, everybody's like, oh shit, I need my partner back. My karmic partner. The one that's not good for me. I need them back because they're what's like familiar. And they're getting back together. So for a big portion of the world, people that, you know, people who are in relationships, they're not with the right person. And everybody's being tested and having a really hard time saying, okay, you know, that's what's happening. I need to let this person go. And it's because they're having problems inward. The person who can't let go of the karmic partner can't let go because they haven't learned the lesson, right? A karmic partner comes in to teach you something at the core of your being. They change who you are at the core of your being. And then you're supposed to realize that and have this inner transformation and make this change and then move on. And so for the people who are still stuck in the loop, it's because the innards haven't thoroughly cooked yet or whatever. And so some of you might be with a Libra. We also have Capricorn here, Virgo, Pisces, Aries. So for some of you, this does lead to divorce, and it does not leave the air sign in a good spot. For others of you, this might be the decision to balance out the soul contract, because I always see the Hierophant as soul contracts. And when you have this soul contract with the devil here, this is they're coming out to call out the karmic lesson. What's the Hierophant, please? Yeah, like stop juggling and make a choice about what you're going to do about this partner that does not belong to you anymore. They have lessons to learn with somebody else, but good to know that there's somebody else waiting for you as well. Why is Justice in reverse? Or why is Justice here? Yeah, don't worry, because things are going to balance out. We have a bunch of indications here for balance. But why is the Queen of Air in reverse then? Yeah, I think that for some people, they're going to get real sassy in order to get what they want. And that's okay. I just think that their words might be a little cutting. But they're going to move forward. And this is what I'm saying. This Hierophant comes out to call out, like, hear ye, devil. This relationship is done. Because this person did figure out how to get their balance. They did figure out how to deal with the inner transformation. And now we have, well, here again, we have another air sign. But the Chariot. Like, I think what's important is that your heart is still going to be open because there are going to be other options. And one thing I didn't see here was heartbreak. So I just think it's important to basically, you know, to basically just let them go. I'm just like flying through this reading. Ah, yeah, see? This is who they are. This is why this judgment call came. I mean, this rejection and regret, and I just think that whoever is feeling the regret is probably because they're hateful. I mean, that's Gollum. They are not. This is called the soul shrinker. That's what they do. They shrunk the soul, and this is why the Hierophant comes in like, hear ye, devil. You don't get to do this anymore because this person has already learned the lesson. So, you know, for some Geminis, they are going to learn the lesson and they are going to split up and go and really chase after what it is that they want and then start a new cycle, right? But for other Geminis, you might stay stuck on the loop. So, release the karmic partner, all right? Because this is who they are. Your karmic partner is the soul shrinker. Hear that, all right? I guess that's all I have for you. I mean, that was quick, but there it is. Past, present, future for January 2019 for Geminis. If you want a private reading, my website is dharmajane.com. Got a lot of really great information on there. And, yeah, until next time, you have a good one.